We were talking, and we're like, Andrew Luck. If the Colts go first, because the Colts just won last night, they beat the Texans. They're tied with the Rams and the Vikings for the worst record. And let's say they finish first. Do you think they should take Andrew Luck, the Colts?
Well, if Andrew Luck turns out to what he's supposed to be, this John Elway, another Peyton Manning, of course you're going to take him in the first round. But that's the risk you're taking. And the Colts are in a difficult situation with with Peyton Manning and whatnot. I mean, he just signed a huge contract, a huge extension. Just because he gets hurt 1 year, you're gonna already look towards the future.
I think they should draft Andrew Luck simply because, look, dude, you guys probably see the Packer post behind us. We're both Packer fans, and the same thing happened in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers comes in behind Brett Favre for 3 seasons. Was it 3 seasons? 3 seasons, and look what happened. He was a great quarterback coming out of the draft, and he threw on 3 years of experience behind one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, and Peyton Manning is probably one of the best to ever play.
The thing is, Aaron Rodgers was a 24th overall pick.
He could have easily went first.
Yeah, but he wasn't put into that situation. He didn't even have a shot to start. Now, when it comes with the first overall pick, people are going to want to see Andrew Luck. And would it be all right with Andrew Luck? Because there's talks about like their parents would not like him sitting 3 years behind Peyton Manning. I mean, if Andrew Luck was down with it, I'd be perfect with drafting Andrew Luck and developing him. And then when Peyton Manning's done, he's done.
And there's also talks about people like, oh well, let's trade Peyton Manning to whoever wants him. We'll trade him away, get a couple of draft picks or whatever, but then we'll draft Andrew Luck with the number 1 spot. Look, the other thing I thought about with Andrew Luck is if whoever has that number 1 spot, whether it be the Colts and they decide they don't want to take Luck, or if it's like, let's say, the Vikings or the Rams, I thought about this. I'm like, who would be crazy enough to give up a bunch, maybe their entire draft, like what's his name, Ditka did with the Saints to get Ricky Williams, something crazy like that, to move up into that number 1 spot and pick Andrew Luck up. I thought, me personally, it's just an idea, Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Everyone's always talking Tony Romo, and they'll be like, oh, Tony Romo, he's a fighter. Then next week, Tony Romo, he's a bum. Next week, he's a fighter. Next week, he's a bum. He's on and off. And I don't know if Jerry Jones, if it's gotten to his head yet, but maybe he's like, maybe I should trade Romo, get some draft picks, and try and move up into that number 1 spot and pick up Andrew Luck and start a future for this franchise.
But the thing is, we have a privilege of watching Aaron Rodgers every game where he does not have a bad game.
I know.
You got to realize, outside of Brady, Rodgers, and Breeze, people are going to have bad weeks once in a while.
True.
I mean, Tony Romo's good more than most of for most of his games.
I'm just, the thing is, like with Romo, everything that he's done in Dallas has never done. When he gets into the playoffs, it just goes all downhill from there. Like that whole snap with when they were playing Seattle, like 5, 6 seasons ago, wherever it was. I don't know, man. It just seems like he can't finish with his team.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
And if I was an owner in a franchise and I saw my quarterback, he's a good quarterback, but he can never just make it to that next step or that next level, maybe it's time to look somewhere else.
See, I'd go the different way with that one. I would try to improve the team and get better, because I mean, they got the skill position players, but they need to get like help with the O-line, the D-line, whatever.
Who? The Cowboys?
Yeah.
Where
secondary.
DeMarcus Ware's pretty good.
He's a linebacker, 3-4.
He used to be lineman, didn't he?
No.
No? Anyway. Oh, and Matt Barkley isn't going into the NFL draft, which was because if you look at the top 10 picks, you've got the Colts, who might take Luck, maybe. Then you got the Vikings and the Rams. They took Ponder and they took Bradford, so they might not even go with quarterbacks. The Redskins are going to need a quarterback, and they might go with RG3. But then Matt Barkley might have went to the Dolphins, and around the 9th or 10th spot, But Matt Barkley isn't going into the draft, and the Dolphins need a quarterback, so they could very well trade up. And I know they're not trading with the Redskins, but if they trade up, they might take RG3. And I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting between the Dolphins and the Redskins who gets RG3, because after RG3, who's the next quarterback up?
Landry Jones, Oklahoma.
Who could probably go second round.
No, we've seen this year when a team needs a quarterback, they're not afraid of taking a quarterback if they feel they could be good. Vikings took Ponder in the round.
I like Dalton, but he was a second rounder.
Yes, and then who else was guy from Tennessee? What's his name?
Jake Locker.
Jake Locker. He went up a lot higher than people thought, and I think that's about it.
All I'm saying is, I know RG3 won the Heisman. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But the first sure quarterback out of this draft is obviously Andrew Luck. And if I was an owner of an NFL team, I would be giving up just everything and anything. Make it at least somewhat of a smart decision, but try and get what's his name? Andrew Luck.
If I was the Colts, I would actually consider trading that pick. If you're going to stay with Peyton Manning, we've seen throughout all these games that how much value Peyton Manning brings to that team. I think it was Mark Schlereth or something said, "Hey, they don't have Peyton Manning. They're a 3-12, 3-13 team." He was right, because their entire team is based off Peyton Manning getting the lead, and then with their pass rushers just rushing the quarterback. That's their entire thing. Now we've seen them get behind.
Yeah, and
they're probably one of the smallest teams in the entire NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just a bunch of speed rushers, and that's why you can just...
I think the other thing you have to look at is Peyton Manning's age. How many good years does he have left in him? Because if the answer is more than 3, you don't draft Andrew Luck. If the answer is 2 or less, I think you draft Andrew Luck. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. And if it was me, I would draft Andrew Luck and put him behind Peyton Manning. I don't care what his mom has to say. I don't care what his dad has to say. The guy is getting paid money to sit on the bench and learn, and when his time comes, he can step up. Granted, it's going to be 2 seasons, but that's what I would do. I would draft him.
I have to agree with that.
I would
Anything over 3 years would be.
Yeah, if the GM is like, we're keeping Manning for a good 3 more years, trade the pick, get as much as you can for it, but you're passing on a good quarterback, and you're taking the picks instead. Build on that.
We might see the fan base like with Tebow calling his name, calling Andrew Luck for the first
the Colts.
2,
I've
3
already
years.
seen. I've already seen Colts fans who already bought Andrew Luck jerseys.
I know. How Peyton Manning feel about that then?
I don't. This is the Colts franchise. This is their fan base. This is what they want. And I don't know. It's an interesting dilemma. It really is, and that's why I'm excited to see. I'm already looking past the Super Bowl. I'm like, I want to see the draft, but yeah. Well, let's take one step at a time here. The season isn't even over yet.
Mm-hmm. We don't even know if the Colts are drafting first, but
yeah, they want to go on a two game winning streak.
Came out of the woods.
But I don't know. It's an interesting dilemma. Look, we're gonna end on this note. The Colts play the Jags. That's a winnable game for the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
The Vikings, their last game, and the Rams' last game, I'm not sure who they play. If I'd have to go look at the schedule, but the Colts, I think, could possibly beat the Jaguars. I don't know if they. It's like, that's the thing. The Colts fans are holding on probably right now. Like, really, like, we do not want to win this game. We really want. I think if the Colts lose, they automatically lock up the number 1 spot. I think that's what I heard, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to wait and see how the Giants and the Eagles and the Cowboys do for the playoff spots. We're gonna have to see who gets the number 1 spot for the draft.
AFC West.
AFC West is very close.
To you both.
Shut up. Then you got the Packers, Saints, and 49ers battling it out for what? Well, 49ers and Packers are.
Advantage.
And then the Saints and the 49ers are probably duking it out for the number 2 spot, something like that.
Yeah, I think they're both. No.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something.
Anyway, I don't know. We were talking about it. We thought we'd make a video on it. Give us you guys' thoughts. What you guys think about Andrew Luck? What you guys think about if the Colts should draft him or not? Anything else we talked about in this video, just throw it down in the comments. And we hope you guys enjoyed that little video. It's Tyler, Dave. Catch you guys later.